How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first edition of the 5 Foot Viking podcast. My name is Whit Petrell, and I'm joined today by my beautiful wife, Marlene Petrell.
Hello.
Put your hands together. Marlene has been is gracious enough to be my first guest. Mostly because I'm trying to learn how to do this.
It's just a test.
Yeah, it's just a test. So we're just gonna have
most likely nobody on.
We're gonna
We're
just gonna talk about some fun stuff and learn how to do this and see how it goes. So before we get started, I just wanted to thank a few people real quick. I know there's nobody watching, but it's okay. Edgar, bro, my buddy Edgar, Ed Namrock podcast. He has taught me so much in the past 6 months that I'm able to do this and have equipment and learn how to do this, and it's been a lot of late nights and drinking and talking, and it's been a good time learning from you. Thank you so much. Also, my buddy Frank. Frank designed the 5 Foot Viking logo, which is right up there, the 5 Foot Viking logo. This dude is so incredible. I'm gonna link down below to where you can get a hold of him if you need any video, pictures, editing. He's pretty incredible. Yeah, and I'm sure I'll be thanking more people as the day goes on. Oh, look at us! We already have our first comment. What's up? International House of Music. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do for Steel Rod. For me personally, I just got a call that my spacers are in, so I'll see you in a few days. So with this podcast, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to be able to connect because 2020 has been rough on musicians, on a lot of people, and our stage has kind of been taken away from us a little bit, where you're used to me being gone 5-6 nights a week.
I'm in the house the whole time.
And now I'm home all day, every day. So but we don't really get a chance to really connect with people anymore. So I figured this be something new, something fun to do, and I kind of find that when you go on social media, seems like there's a lot of negativity. There's just a lot of it's just rough. You feel exhausted when you get off of Facebook or Instagram, and with politics and coronavirus and shutdowns and everything that's happening right now, I kind of wanted to create a little space here where we could just connect and talk about music, talk about something fun, laugh a little bit, and maybe even drink a few beers. So moving on to one of the segments we want to do here, I've got these really nice Viking mugs that are very gorgeous. And I wanted to, as we have a conversation, maybe talk a little bit, maybe have a drink and critique a beer or two. So, Marlene, what beer are you going to be drinking today?
I had bought a bunch of beers at Bevmo for Whit and I to try together. And he ended up drinking all of them by himself. So, this one was that I really wanted to try, and it's the Trooper. And it's just a British beer, but this is it. It just looked cool, and he said that it was pretty good.
All right.
He said that it was pretty good. I was supposed to taste it as well, but here we are.
I'm sorry. You can't put beer in the fridge and expect me to wait.
Where else am I going to put it?
You're right. You're right. So Marlene is going to try that. I am going to try. I went down to, I think I was at Sprouts, actually, and they had all these different. I thought they had a bigger selection of beers, but this is one of them that I have never tried before. So this is it's called Pulp Addiction, the Dudes Brewing Company, called Blood Orange, and it says amber ale with natural flavors. So I'm gonna be trying this one out. So let's get this going. I know we've got our zoo here. We have 2 cats and 2 dogs, and we love them all very much, except when we're going live and they make a lot of noise. So, all right, here's this one. Cheers.
Cheers. To your first podcast.
To the first podcast. Let's try this out.
My God, this is like...
It's a big mug.
This is not a Girl's Cup.
Okay, all right, I'm going to let this one, I'm going to let this go. So far, so good. Yeah,
was tasty.
Oh yeah. I think we've got a few people. Dad is here.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. The retro daddy is here. How's it going, Dad? All the way up in Utah. Mr. Ed Namrock himself checking in. Appreciate it. Billy Mondragon.
What's
Billy,
up,
miss you,
Billy?
bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Yes, that is absolutely a big cup. Yes, for a big beer.
It's the size of
It's the size of your face. All right. Well, let's real quick. I wanted to get into. I wanted to ask you. We were talking about what should we have for one of our first podcasts, and it's funny because we've been together now for almost 15 years. I think almost 15 years, and we've been married for 9. And see, I know my numbers. And but when we first got together, we didn't really do a whole lot of traveling. We kind of stayed here. We did our thing, but you got once we went on one of our first trips, from there I could see the spark like in your face, and it kind of gravitated to me. So, and that first trip that we took together was to Europe, and we went to Spain, Paris, and London, and we were gone for about, what was it, 12 days, something like that, 10
Something
days,
like that.
11 days, and so I wanted to ask you, starting off, like going on this trip. First of all, what was your anticipation to go, and why did you want to go, and what was the driving force behind that?
Well, if you know me, I always dreamed of traveling, like, how certain people dream of doing something. Like, there's a lot of women that dream of getting married and having kids, and all I dreamt of was traveling. And one of my best friends that I met here in Whittier, Eva, she's from Spain, and she came as an exchange student at Whittier College. And long story short, she had to leave the dorms like a week before she had to leave, and she was super preoccupied and she didn't know what to do. And so I had a little studio apartment in Uptown Whittier at the time, and so I told her to stay with me. And a year or two later, I believe, she came back for when was 9/11?
9/11.
What year?
It was
What
2001.
9/11. Oh.
When was 9/11? 9/11.
But she came back to visit, and the same thing happened. She was supposed to leave on 9/11, and I remember we were getting ready to go and take her to the airport, and my roommate at the time, she was like, "You're not going anywhere. Turn on the TV." And that's when we saw what was happening, and so she had to stay for another week again. And her dad called me, and he was very gracious, and he was like, "Hey, whenever you want to come back, whenever you want to come and visit, you are more than welcome to stay with us at any time." And that was yes, absolutely. She later on she married one of my good friends, Carlos, and here we are. We had to go visit them. They're just it was a dream of mine to visit, and just the fact that we were like, the moment when we bought the tickets,
Yeah.
it was like pinch me. I can't believe it. But when we landed and when we started seeing everything, I
Yeah.
was still like, I had the biggest smile on my face.
Well,
like
this is Eva and Carlos, and Santos. They live in Barcelona, or just outside of Barcelona, and they picked us up
Catalonia?
from the airport, and they showed us a great time. Now I know that I already know your favorite part. Your favorite part is the first night that we were there. So let's talk a little bit about that.
The very first night that we got there was just, it was so surreal because I didn't believe, one, that I was already there at a place that I really, really wanted to see my whole entire, well, since I can remember. And they picked us up, and it was just amazing to see them. And we went straight to our Airbnb, which overlooked the city. And just seeing the city, it's such there's so much history. Every building that you see, it's just gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. So long story short, we left and we started walking through the Gothic Quarter. And that, from then on, it was just an adventure, and it was so much fun. There were some guys selling Estrella Damm beer for €1, right?
€1.
€1. And
Oh, we got a
yes,
6-pack and
a 6-pack each? No. And we just were walking all over the place. And if you are you posting that?
Yeah, well, this is what everybody sees.
Oh,
Yeah. So
excuse me. This is my first time.
it's my first time
I'm
too.
allergic still.
So I'm actually showing you guys a picture of this is Carlos and Eva and Marlene and myself without a beard.
Can you see? Look at that smile.
Yeah, you're in
Damn,
it. You're just having a
I
great
was
time.
just-
And that is the Gothic Quarter, which is it is a labyrinth. It is it. I mean, I don't know how we got through there. It was crazy. It was so much, but it was so much fun. We were walking through there. We let me get out of this and figure out how to. I'm
We
learning
found-
right now how to do
I
this.
remember we were walking through everything, and there were churches and just
Yes.
so majestic. And we kept walking, and we stopped by this little bar that there seemed to be some people out there, and we went in. No, before that, we were outside. We were smoking, and I remember I look up and it says Hotel California, and that's all I remember. Like I was like, that is pretty cool. Whatever. I didn't think anything of it. We were inside the bar. We go have a few drinks, and we're having a great old time. By
Yes,
this time,
we were.
it was like about 11 o'clock. No, it was midnight because we were looking for food.
Yeah.
And in Barcelona, they were closing, I think it was 10:30 or 11. I can't remember. But it's a different world. Remember, we were looking everywhere, and it was like, no, they're closing in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, we can't eat. Here, if you get to the restaurant a minute before they have to close, they have to serve you. Not over there. Eva was afraid. She was like, no, they'll spit on your food. We're not eating here. Like, we have to go. And I was like, why are you so afraid? So we ended up eating some cold food that they had,
Yeah.
just leftovers.
Oh, I was more interested in going
But I
and
didn't
walking around
care.
and
Exactly.
getting beers, anyways.
Exactly. It was just, I didn't care that it was just
Yeah.
the food that they were showing. I didn't care. We were just having so much fun just talking to them and being in the moment. So after that.
But we were jet lagged, and we were walking through the Gothic Quarter. We found this one bar that was kind of like a subterranean thing. It was kind of weird. I remember going. There was Post-its all over the place, and I think I filled out one that said like "Mi corazón está en fuego," and I put Whip Trail Huntington Beach. I put that one up, and then we found another place, and we were going around, but then we get lost, and Eva realized that she left her purse at the bar. Her wallet.
Yeah.
With all of her money. Like, she took out a bunch of money for the week, and, I mean, long story short, I don't know how we found it, but Santos went running through, we found it,
We
you
had
saw
to.
the Hotel California.
And I saw the Hotel California, and I was like, it's here. And they were like, no, it's not. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it, it's here.
We found it.
I get lost everywhere.
Yes,
I
you
really
do.
I have no sense of direction whatsoever, but I was like, no, this is the place. Let's go. And they were already closing the gate.
Yeah.
They had it like lower down. Yeah, so I had to. just
She pulled
crunch
the
my
Indiana
nails, like,
Jones.
"Hey!"
She pulled the Indiana Jones and like rolled underneath the thing, grabbed the wallet, and got out. That sure was fun. That was a
Yeah.
blast. We ended up staying up all night. We got back to. We went to another after hours, which was
Yeah.
like a house.
Yeah, it was
And,
like a mansion type of thing.
And we went upstairs, and there was a bedroom, like this big room with all the furniture out, just tables and stuff. And so we had some beers there, and then we were coming back to the room, the Airbnb, and it was maybe like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, something like that. And me and Santos, I said, I've never seen the Mediterranean, and he said, well, it's right over there. Like, let's go. So we went for a walk, and we found the ocean, and got back to the Airbnb about 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I knew that was gonna happen. Our dogs running around, knocking shit over.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, knock it off. And yeah, but I know it's okay. Sorry, but the craziest thing was me and Santos got back to the room at about 8 a.m. 9 a.m, we get a knock on the door, and they're like, "You need to get out of the Airbnb because somebody's coming right now." So I guess we had everything wrong. We didn't sleep at all. But then we went and we jumped on a like a bus, and we ended up going to this place right here. Yes, we took the bus tour around. We went and saw Sagrada Familia, which was still under construction. I think it's still under construction. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's been under construction for 800
Ever?
years or like ever, So, but I'll tell you what, that was pretty incredible seeing that. It's the pictures don't do it justice. We were just sitting on top of the bus, but it was pretty. That was pretty incredible. It was pretty awesome to see that. But we were so exhausted, tired too. So we went and saw a few things that day, and then we ended up going back and staying with Eva and Carlos at their house for a few days, maybe 4 or 5 days. They showed us around. They took us to a castle. They took us to what was it called? The castle? Peniscola. Yes. There's got to be a faster way to do this. I got to learn how to do that. That's why we're doing this. There we go. That's at the top of the castle. Right there on the Mediterranean. It was beautiful. Pretty incredible. And it was a great 5 days. Now, one of the crazy things is that we woke up on our last day there. We woke up. It was Marlene's birthday. And if you bring that, I'm a loud talker.
I know,
if you
but
bring it
it's
closer
like
to
right
me.
here.
Yeah, but you're a soft talker.
I got it.
I need it closer to you because you're like this. You talk like this. But anyways, we woke up on your birthday. It was how old are you? 21?
Sure.
21st birthday, and we woke up and I can't remember what
What?
all happened. Do we have cake first?
We had cake first, yes. But that same day we had to get to the airport, and the airport was about a couple hours away.
Yeah.
So it was a quick breakfast with cake, and just being surrounded by good friends with Eva and Santos. It was just so amazing. And after that, we went to the airport, and we took an airplane to go to Paris.
Yeah.
So I began my birthday in Spain, and then we ended my birthday in Paris.
Yeah.
Watching the Eiffel Tower.
That was pretty dope. I wish my birthday was like that.
Another adventure right there, though.
Yeah.
Because I gotta give it up to Whit. He is a yin to my yang.
The what?
The yin to my yang. Because he knows, I don't know how, but he just knows where he's at. He has great sense of direction. He got us from the airport to the train to whatever we needed to get to, and all with no Wi-Fi because we were under subterranean, and you had no Wi-Fi, so we had to get all the way to the top to be able to see where the heck we were. It was just, and it was not late. It was nighttime.
That was we ended
Well, it
up
was
get
dark
we ended
and
up getting
raining.
in we ended up getting into Paris. I think like 7:30 or something like that. We got there at 7:30, but then we had to take a train that was like underground, and then we didn't know which exit that we had to get off on, and we didn't know. So I remember we were underground trying to figure out, do we go up this way, do we go up that way? I've never felt so mute in my life because we
No French.
Yeah,
No.
didn't speak.
And that's another thing. That was our bad. Because we should have learned at least a few words to say
Yeah.
to be able to communicate with them. Because that's the thing that if you don't try, if they see that you're at least trying, they're nice to you. But
For the most part.
Yeah.
They're-
Well, they really don't like Americans.
Yeah,
and
they didn't like me.
I can see why. No.
They liked they liked you. They liked you. Well, especially when you said we went into this one spot and we said I said parlez-vous anglais, and this guy was burned out and he was like no anglais. And then she goes español and he goes oh sí, and I'm like but
Yeah.
But you know what though, when we got there we were underground, we didn't know where we were looking at signs but we didn't know where to go. So I remember I just said, I just need to get up. I need to get above ground so I can get my bearings and figure it out and maybe catch some Wi-Fi or something. And it was the coolest thing. I'll never, ever forget this. We go up all these crazy stairs, like coming out of the subway. And as soon as we get up and it was dark out and there was a couple street lamps, like the old school street lamps. Mm-hmm. And it was misty and you can see it was kind of sprinkling. It was just a weird, it was interesting. So I get up and I'm looking out and it's kind of cold and I turn around, and as soon as I turn around, all I see behind me is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is all lit up. We were right there. I mean, it was so crazy. And I remember I'm staring at Notre Dame, and you're walking up the steps, and I think you were burned out. You'd been traveling.
I was tired.
You were tired.
Awesome.
And you get up there and you're like, okay, so where are we? And I was like, babe, just turn around, just turn around. And you turn around and looked at it and like, okay, we're in Paris.
We're in
That was
Paris.
super cool. It took a minute to find our Airbnb and do that, but once we did, we ended up finding like a small little street cart where we could find some type of food. It was, I don't know, it was like a Dodger dog in a baguette, and it wasn't very good, but I needed something, and then we ooh, what's happening, Witty? I love seeing the comments every now and then. It's so cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening and helping me learn. But yeah, we got something to eat, and then we walked across by that bridge. And our Airbnb in Paris was a block away from the Louvre, and it was right by the water. And I remember we walked out, and we were right on the bridge, and you could see the Eiffel Tower all lit up. I don't know if I have a picture of that one, but I do. Oh, there it is. Check me out. I gotta be better about this. I gotta learn how to do this faster, but
Well, that's what you're doing.
that's what we're doing, right?
This
There we
is
go.
what we're
There
doing.
and share. See, that was the end of your 21st birthday, babe.
That was the end
That
of
was
my 21st.
probably 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m., something like that, and our Airbnb was right there. Man, that was super cool. Really super cool. And then we spent the next, what was it, 5 days in Paris?
5 days in Paris. Yeah.
And Paris was, okay, now we're starting a new chapter. This was interesting because, like we said, you got all the dogs on your lap, and you get the dogs want to be a part of the podcast. So this is Daisy. Let's introduce everybody. This is Daisy over here. She is 2 years old,
She's the cutest.
and she's a cute little thing.
Cute little girl.
And her brother right here, this is Bowie, and
You can see
Bowie
him.
is a cute little guy too. And he and they are brother and sister from the same litter,
Oh, you see.
which
the
is
ball.
she sees the ball and she fetches life, but be careful because she's gonna knock this over again. But anyways, but yeah, so Paris, we were there for 5 days, and man, it was nuts. It was nuts how we were trying to figure it out. Luckily, we had like Google Translate on our phones, so I'd walk into a place and I was like, "How do you say where
was
is the
your
bathroom in
Yeah.
French?" And then I just hold the phone up to him. It's like blah 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 blah. You're right. We should have prepared a little bit more for that. But the good thing was the what is it? The ace up my sleeve was you. The lucky charm was you because you speak Spanish. So even in France.
They
I
were
wouldn't
more
say
accepting.
they were more accepting for
Yeah.
Spanish. The Americans like. No, I wouldn't say there was one bad encounter that I had. It was that one guy, but other than that, everybody else was. If I tried to make an effort, they seemed very nice. But yeah, it was rough. But you going straight up with Spanish, even without talking English, just Spanish, it got us through a bunch of stuff. But so.
We're a good team.
I think we are.
Right.
I think are we an effective team?
I mean,
I believe we're an effective team.
Without you, I will be lost. Even if I speak Spanish, I'll be there forever and ever, which wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I will be down to live in Paris.
Yeah, I know. I think okay, so out of all the places that we went in Paris, and we were in Paris only for 5 days. And you also have to know this about Marlene. She does not like to take a cab or a car or anything anywhere. She will walk her ass everywhere. And it doesn't matter what kind of boots she's wearing or how far the place is. Because
I'm a walker.
She's a walker. So I'm wearing Doc Martens, and our Airbnb is 7 miles away from the Eiffel Tower. And she's like, let's walk. So
I can walk.
so she walked so mind you, we were there for 5 days and we saw as much as we could. I would say out of these places, I'm going to give you a list and you tell me the order in which you enjoyed them from most to least. Okay? So there was Notre Dame, there was Eiffel Tower, the Catacombs, the Louvre, Jim. I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna have to go in the other room, buddy. Let's just put this down here, or maybe we can just put it up here. There we go. Let's just put it right there. I love you, bro. I love you.
Okay, focus on
Oh,
that.
sorry, I forgot. We're live. So what did I say? There was the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, the Louvre, the catacombs, Jim Morrison's grave, the Arc of Triumph. That we saw so
I
much.
can't pick. Picking, it's like, no, like everywhere we went, there was such a different experience. Like when we went to Notre Dame, like we woke up early, we walked all the way up there. We walked over.
Yeah,
we took
every
the bus
day.
only once.
Yeah, we took the bus
Because
once.
we were tired and it was cold.
That's right. We
So
took it
that's the only
from
time I gave it.
Jim Morrison's grave to the catacombs, right?
No,
No?
no, when we came back from the Eiffel Tower. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
yeah. The day that we woke up to go to see Notre Dame and then went all the way to see the Eiffel Tower, that was pretty dope because I remember we were walking and walking and walking. And there was a part where there's a street where as soon as you turn, you can see part of the Eiffel Tower and it's like right there. But then you walk a couple of more streets and that's when it's like coming to you.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I mean, for somebody that wants to see the world and seeing an iconic, landmark like that, it's, come on, it's just incredible. So I can't choose. When we went to the Jim Morrison's grave and the catacombs, that was just an eerie day because we walked all the way over there as well. We went all through the cemetery.
Yeah.
And then we went back and we went to the catacombs. And for this, my friend Carlos in Spain, he was telling me, no, if you're claustrophobic, don't go see the catacombs because it's claustrophobic. And I am claustrophobic. But at the
Ooh.
same time, I did want to, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's this right here, everybody at home, that is Jim Morrison's grave.
And you have to look somber. You can't smile.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to kind of,
We if I'm not mistaken, I think we played LA Woman on the phone.
perhaps.
And
Yeah.
and they you used to be able to go in there, but now they put this cage up, this fence up so that nobody can go in there.
Yeah.
And but you better believe I hopped the fence and I took a picture.
Oh yeah. Well, it was kind of a broken fence right behind
Yeah.
the other.
Right behind that area there was a
Yeah.
way to hop over, but that was and then the catacombs.
But the catacombs were so much. It was just interesting to hear the story and just go down the stairs that were in fact pretty narrow. And I mean, I'm a small girl, so just going through that, it was pretty.
That's insane.
Yeah. Seeing.
I took that photo. I remember like
Yeah,
those
the heart.
those stairs going down, and like when you walk through. For somebody like me, I grew up at Disneyland. You know, going through Indiana Jones and walking through, and you see the skulls, and you see this,
So
and
these
you're
were like real.
these are real skulls. Like this is not.
Pulsing the heads from shots.
This isn't-
Like you,
Yeah, this isn't like Indiana Jones. Like you
Yeah,
walk
they're
in, you're
not
like,
props.
oh no,
they're not props.
that's
yeah.
the craziest thing, to go in there and see this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was, yeah, that was interesting. That was
That
very
really
interesting. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a lot of stuff that we did in Paris, and then the third leg of the trip. We booked our flights that we were flying from LAX to Barcelona. Then we were flying from Barcelona to Paris, and then we took the Eurotrain, the Eurotram,
Eurotram, I don't know.
Eurotram.
But the bullet.
Yeah, it's like a
train.
bullet train that goes from Paris to London, and then we were flying from London back home. So we took this train, and our train left at 7:30 in the morning, and I don't know how we made it. I don't know how we made it.
I don't know either.
That was so we woke up with plenty of time, you know. And
That
here's
was
the
such
thing.
a stressful time.
You're telling me, okay? I was trying to hold it together for both of
Oh,
us.
I didn't have it together.
No, you did not.
No, I did not.
I barely did. But we went to so we get up, and here's one thing that you also have to know about Marlene when she travels. I'm just dumping your purse out for
I know,
everyone. Okay.
I see this.
So she does not like to pack a bag. She doesn't like to check a bag. She likes to, no matter where she's going, what she's doing, she's got a backpack and a
Minimalist.
carry-on. Es
Yes.
todo. Like that's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to pack anything because what if
What if they lose my bag? I'm not gonna have any chones to wear. I'm gonna have my little backpack with what?
Hey,
No.
you know, it's you
You
gotta.
need to be covered. And to me, like the less is more. Less you carry.
Okay, but I understand that, but we're also gone for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So 2 weeks, and in the cold, in the winter, in Europe,
We
and
did
you
a
get
lot
one
of
bag.
laundry at Carlos and Evas. So.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyways, so we get up and we only have these carry-on bags and the backpacks, and we're like, okay, we'll figure it out. We get outside. We don't know how to find. There was no Uber or anything like that. There's no we didn't even find a taxi. We were trying to find this train that someone had told us about and we had tickets for, but we couldn't find the entrance to it. It was extremely stressful trying to, and then I looked on the Google Maps and I'm like, we can actually walk there. I mean, I've been walking a bunch this week. I might as well walk there. It was like, I think 3 miles, and we hightailed it. And I don't know how I found this entrance, but we found the entrance to this.
Yeah.
And this isn't like a regular train station where you go in and you know there's a train. This is one of those, like, you've got a hub and there's like 20 of these bullet trains, and you got to find the right one that you're on, and then you got to go find. And then the train is crazy long too. We were in like car 64 or something like that. Like it was ridiculous. We literally, I remember we jumped in, we got to our box, and we sat in our seats, and like 2 minutes later, they're like, ding, like the thing's closed. I'm like, can you imagine if we would have missed that train? Because that's not a train that's like, oh, there's another one in 5 minutes. Like, no, this thing is, when it's gone,
It's gone.
it's gone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, we got on there, and then I shit myself because I was so I was so stressed out of my mind. And then we ended up getting to London a few hours later. And the reason why we went to London, we were actually only going to go to Spain and Paris. We were only going to go there. But one of my good buddies, Eddie Madrana, he works for Paramount. What are you doing? Okay, you know what? Note to self: when podcasting, put the dogs in another room. I love the dogs, but yeah, it's distracting.
Focus.
It's distracting. Focus. Okay, so my buddy Eddie was working for Paramount. I think he still works for Paramount. Yes,
I think so.
in the marketing department, and he was it just so happens that on that weekend he was in London with his gorgeous wife, and they were hanging out at, where were they? I can't remember the name of the hotel.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, anyways, he said, hey, dude, if you're gonna be in town, why don't you just take a train here, hang out with us for a day or two, and then fly back. So that was he was nice enough to let us stay there, and we got to see London. And I think for one full day we saw so much. Mm-hmm. We didn't have enough money I don't think we had enough cash on us to go on the buses, but luckily I know how to walk, so.
You're welcome.
I'm good at it now.
You're welcome.
But even though we were in London for one full day, what was your favorite part of there?
Going to Buckingham Palace and seeing Big Ben, and the Eye of London. Is that what it's called? Chinatown.
The big Ferris wheel.
Everywhere we walked.
What's your favorite part?
Much.
All of it.
All of it. We went everywhere.
This is
I don't
pretty
know how
good
many
right
miles
here.
we walked that day, but
That was pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was really cool. But we walked from the train station to the hotel, from the hotel everywhere
Yeah.
else, and back. We didn't take one cab.
We didn't take
or
one cab.
You're welcome.
You're a cheap ass. You know how
No, I'm not cheapest. Listen, this I learned when we went to New York. My girlfriends and I went to New York for my best friend Bianca's birthday. And we had to walk. If you don't walk everywhere, you miss so much, and you really do. And there was so much to see, and it wasn't as far as you going to downtown LA and then wanting to see Disneyland, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is relatively close. Well, to my standards.
It's relatively close. It's only 6 miles.
Anyway, I like to walk. Point of the story, I like to walk, and we got to see a lot of things. We hanged out at what was the bar called?
This is the
The Bullet.
This is the bullet train
And
that
I don't know how we had time time for. Oh, that's.
This is when we got.
arrived
We got, and I said, you know what,
You're
this was such an ordeal like we have to document this. Like,
Yeah, seriously,
that was nuts.
that was nuts. What's that?
No, I'm good with this. I like the dogs are eating over here,
Yeah.
but
But by the way, where we got to, when we got to the train station to go from Paris to London, which is where we got late. We got there
Yes.
pretty late. We got there with like a few seconds to spare, but it was like a mixture of downtown LA, like the what is it called?
Skid Row.
Skid Row, and it was scary.
Yeah.
And it was early in the morning. It was really early in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're carrying our bags. And I'm like, what the hell? Where are we?
Yeah,
We're gonna, this is where I die. This is where I die. That was so much fun.
Well, but being
It's
able to
funny now.
it's fun now to like it wasn't funny that morning. No, I'll tell you what. I was not amused. I definitely
I was very amused.
I was able to once I got on that train I fell asleep. That was
By
stressful.
the way, this
yeah.
beer is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's the Trooper.
The Trooper. Has
Created
anybody
by Iron Maiden.
actually
What?
has anybody had this? I'm curious. If anybody out there is watching, Dad, I know you haven't had it. But if anybody has had this beer, shoot a comment. Let me know what you think. This is a premium British beer. It is 4.7%, and it's called
It's
Trooper.
a light beer. It's
And then I've got the blood orange amber.
Oh, may I taste?
Yeah, of course. That's a pretty good one. I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And it came in a 4-pack, so I've got time for 3 more.
I'm sure that's light too, but I'm surprised you got something with flavor because you don't like the hint of nothing.
Well, to be honest, when I was there,
Just a hint of
I thought that Sprouts had a bigger selection.
That's all they have.
No, all they had was like, it was all the beers that I've had before. I've had all like Dos Equis, the regular beers like that. But even some of the other ones were Stone, and we love Stone. So I've already had those ones. This is the only one that I've never had. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do a podcast, I'm going to try a beer. I want to try something that I've never had. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. And cheers at home. Thanks
Cheers to the 13 people watching right
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
I honestly thought that it was just going to be Edgar watching. Thank you,
Yeah.
Edgar.
I love this. This is so Greg, this is exactly what I'm going for. I don't have an official endorsement yet. It's the trial one. Today's the trial podcast. But I figured, you know what, I wanted to try something new. There's no endorsements here. I'm not getting paid for anything. But I wanted to try something. And hey, in the future, if I can maybe find some great breweries that would love to have them on here, hey, I would gladly drink their beer. So gladly. So then let's fast forward to here we go, Boris. Te felicito. Much love, brother. Thanks for hanging out here, bro. Oh, Antonia. Hello, Antonia. How are you? We miss you.
Cheers.
Good to see you. Cheers. I know you don't drink, but it's okay. We will cheers to you. I am.
When I drink, I become a pirate.
You become a pirate? Matey? You say matey to everybody, don't you?
This is just like, hi ho.
And my awesome dad is up in Utah cheersing with his vitamin water. Thank you, Dad. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. What else we got here? Johanna, how are you? Mwah. Te felicito. I don't know. I think that means congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay. I am multitasking right now. Like I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and I'm playing fetch with Daisy.
I wouldn't be able to do this.
No,
this is too much for me.
This is a lot.
You know, we watched what was it called? Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit yesterday. What a great show, by the way. We killed it.
We killed the whole season last night.
I got off at 3:00 in in the afternoon from work, and it was raining. Perfect day to watch. It was a great show, but I will never be able to play chess. That is too much thinking, and I don't do thinking.
I love like
I
halfway
stopped
through, Marlene's like, I want to learn how to play chess, and then I was like,
2 seconds later.
2 seconds later, she's
Never
like,
mind.
yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So but we're getting sidetracked. So to put a nice little end book on this traveling conversation, we saw a lot of stuff in Europe. And then in London was. I remember we bought 2 paintings from a street
Yes.
a street artist
In London.
in
Yeah.
London. We were walking across the bridge and we just had a couple bucks left over, and we ended up getting a few, and we kept those with us, kept those up on the wall, which was really kind of cool. And then we took our flight home, and man, that was our first. Was that our first international trip together, or was it just our first? That was our first European trip. We had been to Mexico before.
Technically, we've been, yeah. So.
Yeah. So.
But that was the second, and it was just thank you
Yeah.
for such a
Thank
great
you.
birthday present. To,
That was awesome.
And I can't wait to go back and visit Carlos and Eva again.
Yes.
They're just great friends, and we've known each other for over 20 years. So this relationship goes way back,
Yeah.
and
So
we
when
just
we
want to
go,
experience more.
so for the next trip,
Yeah.
let's pretend that COVID is over, shutdowns are over, and we can go to Europe again. And we're buying the tickets. We're buying the tickets right after this podcast, and we're going online Travelocity, and we're doing this. Where are we going?
Italy.
Italy. Okay.
Italy. I would love to go to Italy. I would love to go to Amsterdam, Paris again because it was
Yeah.
gorgeous. Madrid, Sevilla, so many places.
Any
Oh,
place
God.
you don't want to go?
Can I just retire and just travel for a living? Wow, that's a dream. There's just so many, but I think Italy and Amsterdam, I just really want to go visit. So that
That's
would be
next on the
awesome.
list. Do I have any say in this? Or
No.
No. Okay. So.
Do you ever?
Well, I mean, I would like to go to Greece. I am Greek.
Well, we are going to.
Yeah.
Greece. Absolutely. We
Okay.
have to. That's
So maybe
that's a
we can
must.
do a 2-week
Alaska, the Aurora Borealis, but I would like to see it from Iceland.
Iceland. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the first one on my bucket list, and if it's the first one, why haven't we done it yet, right?
Okay.
But it's okay.
Okay. I'm
Cuba,
with it.
Cuba was one of them definitely, and we were very blessed to be able to
Yeah.
go when we were able to travel.
Well,
on
that's
our
that's
own.
that's a whole different podcast. That's
Oh, that is a
because
whole
that's
different- No, that's it. This
that
is
was
it.
that was
You
my
guys don't
birthday.
get-
My birthday was
This is the only one.
my birth. No, I'm telling you, babe.
With me?
This is
No.
You're gonna have to I think you're gonna have to be a reoccurring guest on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen at home, what do you think of my guest tonight? She is fantastic. She's gorgeous. She's awesome.
I lose track of what I say, and I
But
just
that's so
go,
much fun because like
ABC.
we're talking about something and you go squirrel like, and you just you look up and you go, we go on tangents and stuff. But I think that you are a vital member to the 5 Foot Viking family. So
Well, thank you.
yes, cheers,
I hope.
matey,
Matey.
matey. How come everything's matey?
I don't know. It just sounds fun.
What is this? Oh, we got a few people.
Italy.
I like
yes,
this.
Let's go, Auntie.
Your beard is 2 inches longer than last week. How do you do it? Well, that's another podcast, sir. I'm actually looking at some different beard products, some beard oils, some beard butter, some we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's what do you think? Do you like it?
I like it.
Yeah? You just don't like kissing me though because it's
It's just it's kissing fur. Like
you kiss the
fur.
puppies all the time.
But yours it's just like fur.
What is it?
I don't know.
Fur.
See?
Well,
I-
all right. And see, babe, this is exactly why you need to be on this podcast more often. So,
I was actually very skeptical about doing this.
Really?
Because sometimes nobody's here, and I'm so used to being here and talking to the puppies
yeah.
that I just go woo whatever my brain takes me, and I knew this was gonna happen here. So
I think she's doing a great job. Do you guys think she's doing a great? I think she's doing a great job. And
0 viewers now.
who else do we have here? We got ooh, all right,
Greece. Is
Greece,
Right next to, yeah.
right next. Yeah, yes
yes,
indeed. Yes, to Italy. Take a hopper flight. Travelocity plug. Hint, hint. Sponsorship. Looking for Travelocity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, I think first I have to get a few subscribers, but, you know.
You have what, like 2?
I have 6, maybe. The 5-foot Viking.
And that's one
sounds-
me. Your mom, your dad.
Yeah, my mom, my dad, Marlene, and the 2 puppies.
And the puppies. And the cats. They have their own channel.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, see? Great job, Marlene.
Why, thank you. Time for a shot.
Time for no, not on,
You know?
not on camera. Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe when we're done, maybe when we're done, yeah.
Maybe when we're done. Maybe
But
when we're done.
we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
anyways, okay. So I'm gonna talk. I think we're just about done. I'm just gonna say that. So this beer, I'm actually really enjoying it. This is the the blood orange, the amber. This is the dudes. This is a good beer. I like it. It came in a 4-pack at Sprouts. I like it. How about you?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost gone.
All right, guys. I think that's about it for us for the first trial run. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with us. As long as you guys did, I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. This is a new venture.
It's gonna get more interesting.
It will.
This was just a test.
This is the test.
This
I'm
is
trying.
just a test.
To be honest, I'm trying to figure out how to do this and that and still have a conversation. There's a lot
good.
going on here. Yeah, I can't even do that. Like that's. I'm trying to do this and do this and do this. Like there's a lot going on up here. So
There's a lot.
it's definitely going to take some time, but I am up for the challenge. And if you guys are up, I would appreciate you guys liking this, maybe sharing it, maybe subscribing to the YouTube channel, and give me some suggestions. I would love to know some ideas of what you would want to learn. You know, I found that being a musician for over 20 years, my network has a lot of. I know people that are professionals in their field, and it's interesting to me. I would love to have people on the podcast that I can learn something new, like a real estate agent or a professional surfer or a lawyer, or who knows. There's so many people that I've met through Steel Rod and through the cruises and through the long run, and it's been pretty incredible when I sit and think, like, who could I have on this show and talk and learn something new. So to anybody out there, if you guys are watching, whatever you guys would like to, if you have any input, any suggestions, I'm an open book. Please let me know what you guys would like to see on this show, and I hope to do this again and have some fun. And I'll tell you what, she's gonna be a regular guest because she's just way too much fun.
That's
So.
probably because he's run out of gas.
No,
Like,
not
you
even
know,
close.
I need somebody to
Not
go
even
to
close.
stay,
Not
so-
even. Not even close. Not even.
Let's go, loser. Get in, loser.
Get in, loser. We're podcasting tonight. Anyways, all right. Cheers.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Thank you for hanging out
Cheers.
with the 5-Foot Viking podcast. Cheers,
Maybe.
matey. Much love to everybody, and I think that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys. How do you turn this thing off? I don't even know how to. I should have practiced this.